Hello, someone's here. Please, if you can hear and see me, let me know. Hi, April. Welcome, sweetheart. Hi, Amanda. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so I think it's working now. You guys, can you hear and see me? This is an unplanned live. I just got back from dinner with the family and decided I'll just jump on and see if I can get enough of you and do a live, a little healing before I go to bed. Just let me know if the audio and video is good, please. So I posted a couple things in the group. I posted one thing was a movie I posted. It's called Aluna. And thanks, Amanda. And that's a movie about indigenous people and also the truth. So basically the entire movie, I have not watched the whole thing, but I watched almost over half of it. And the movie is about the truth. Who the creator is and how we are connected to nature. And so I wanted to talk to you guys about this because we take everything for granted. We take, how nature is, we just think it's there and it's just part of existence. So we just, we try to just look at it as, something that's just there. But what we need is we need to see it as a part of us. So yes, we go out there and we say it's amazing or beautiful. We enjoy it, especially spring and summertime. You see a lot of life coming back, and because of that, we tend to enjoy the flowers, the trees. You see a lot of birds, you see a lot of animals out, you hear a lot of beautiful sounds of nature. So this is something that we kind of enjoy when the weather's good, but then when it's winter time, we tend to not be out there much. Even in fall, sometimes if it's too cold, we tend to not be out in nature. And the thing with this is that nature is actually the closest to source. It's like we all an extension of source, but nature is like sentient beings that are closest to source, and their energy is very high vibrational, and also all of them are connected. We say we all connected, yes, but the way they are connected is completely different, in the sense that every tree is connected to another tree. Okay, so their consciousness is like a collective consciousness that is very high vibrational, and we tend to look at a tree and say, oh, what a beautiful tree, oh, look how big the tree is, or look how wide the trunk is, and how tall it is. We tend to like see the physical body of it. We don't really understand that it holds a consciousness within it, okay, that is high, very very superior to us, in the sense that it it understands, even though we don't see it or know about it. It holds within it all the knowledge of like so many thousands of years sometimes, because there are trees that are very very old on this earth, right? So imagine the most ancient of beings. Okay, this is how these are. So a lot of trees, a lot of nature is like that, isn't it? A lot of the stuff that's been here much longer. There are a lot of civilizations, a lot of like species. There's some species that have gone extinct, but these trees have been here for so many years, and they hold the memory, the knowledge, okay, of existence, of nature, of creation, all of it they hold within them. So, when we go out there, I know, like, I hug trees, I talk to trees, I talk to my plants, I tend to talk to practically everything in nature and stuff. And it should be like that. We should be communicating with them. And those of us who are like awake or half awake or waking up, if you ever try and do this, you hug a tree and you talk to it. Um, if you are able to hear telepathically, it's going to communicate with you, and you will hear it talking back to you. So this is something that you can do, but hugging it will give you its vibrations. It has the tree has a very high energy, just like Mother Earth. So you know how when we sit on the ground and we can ground ourselves with the energy um, from Gaia, same thing, you can do the same with the tree's energy. Okay, so when you're out in nature, hug a tree, talk to it, acknowledge it's there. And all trees, like I said, are connected to each other. The consciousness is like that. We look at trees and we say, oh, okay, look at that tree, that's really awesome, and that tree is separate from it or whatever. But they're not like that. They're like families, just like us. We have family. They have the same kind of connection with each other. Okay. And what's amazing is that, if you've noticed, they grow in harmony with each other. Nature tends to do that. It's not like my space, your space, do not invade my privacy or anything like that. It doesn't work like that. It's actually everything flows. So you can see like a tree, and you can see bushes, and you can see grass, and you will see like little plants that have flowers. All of it is intertwined in one small space. You get to experience a whole bunch of different kinds of vegetation, or like nature, right? So this is what this is. So I want you to understand that connecting to nature is the way we need to be. Okay, going out there, being out in nature more, working with the soil, um, you know, uh, doing stuff, exercising out there, walking out there, just sitting and meditating, just connecting with everything, right? This is how we are meant to be, and this is how it should be. A lot of times we just don't realize, but this is where our connection was. And everything, the earth and everything on it, is vibrating at a amazing frequency, right? And this is what we need for our bodies. A while back I posted a video of grounding, and it should be in the videos in our group, how you should ground. And the yeah, Amanda, that's, yeah, I know, it's so beautiful, isn't it? I love being out there in nature. When I'm in nature, I just feel like I don't want to go. I want to stay there. Like I'd love to just stay there. Trees, water, like any kind of nature. I just want to stay there, and I don't want to leave. But you do have to go home. Though I would love to have a house right in the middle of that stuff. It would be amazing. I do have woods right in the back, and we are sort of kind of surrounded by trees and stuff, and it's great. But I don't know. I want to be out in the boonies somewhere. I think we're already in the boonies, but where there isn't a lot of like invasion of humanity or whatever. But this video that I had posted, the grounding video, guys, that video, in that video, you can see the benefits of grounding. Now, in there he was talking about grounding by being barefoot out on earth and Gaia, right? So that is one way of grounding, but through the trees you can ground as well. So it is not just doing it, by sitting on the ground. You can also do it by going out in nature and um, being one with nature, being one with all that energy, especially if you go like up in the mountains and where there's like streams and rivers and rocks and trees. It just is such an amazing feeling. It's completely different from being where there are roads and cars and noise and buildings and stuff. So this is what I'm saying. So try to connect, try to go out in nature more. And in the near future, I'm hoping that we will all be, it's like moving toward the olden ways, okay, but still having safe technology, okay. So this is how it's going to be. So it's like the past and the future is going to come together. This is how our new earth is going to be, okay. So we're going to have a lot of nature in our lives, as well as there'll be advanced technology, but it'll be technology including consciousness. So it'll include higher consciousness, and this is why the fifth dimension, because the fifth dimension is higher consciousness. It is bringing us to a place where we are ourselves raising the vibrations, and because of that, the technology is designed to help us in recovering from all the low stuff that we have been exposed to for so long, medications, vaccinations, all kinds of poisons in food, in water, in the air, all this stuff. This is why they say, the med beds, they're high vibrational. The frequency used is consciousness. It is not medication, okay. And the way your healing is healing you through frequency, and is going to heal your DNA, okay, and bring it to its vibrant health. This is what this is, right? So this is where we are headed. So yeah, so in the future there'll be a lot of different things that will change. um we will have roads. I don't see the roads going away. There might be a different kind of material used for a lot of different things that they're uh, building, and the structures will be different. Everything will have uh, it'll be created in a conscious way, so it's not harmful, like the roads right now they have and stuff like that, right? So a lot of the stuff that humanity has used is chemicals, a lot of lab created stuff that is harmful to humanity, right? So you cannot be out in the sun when the tar on the road is got a lot of fumes coming out of it, right? Because you're breathing that is poison for us. So this is the kind of stuff that's not going to be there. So it's going to change in the sense that the materials used, the stuff that's being used, will be safer for humanity. Same with the water, the air, everything is going to be done in such a way that is sustainable, okay, that it doesn't destroy anymore. We don't have to worry about our health. We don't have to worry about being poisoned, or things getting toxic for us, because that's what we are trying to get away from. Right now we have everything we have. If you look around, just in your homes, right, if you're not someone who's aware of this stuff and using natural ways of cleaning and all the stuff you do in the house, right, most of it is toxic. Like, you can't breathe those things, right? All the stuff we have, Lysol, we have, Ajax, we have, what the heck, I don't even remember half the names. But whatever the stuff you have for dishwashing, dishwashing detergents, to laundry, to cleaning products, all of it is toxic. And the thing with this is they've spread this everywhere on earth. Okay? So even third world countries, they have these products. And these people don't understand that these are poisons. So they use them as part of their lives. And a lot of the countries where it's brand new or very, very new, and it's just being introduced, they think, wow, amazing, it's coming from another country and it's coming from a foreign land, so it must be better than what we have. So now they're going away from their old ways to using toxic products, and in the process harming their health, their children's health and stuff. So it's just a mess, and this is what we're going to be clearing out. And yeah, it's going to take time. It's not going to be a magic wand that's going to be spun around and overnight it's going to happen. It's not going to be like that, but that's okay, because the idea is that we work together to change that, right? And within the next decade or so, we will be seeing the change. We will be using, like you said, we'll be using hemp, we'll be using leaves. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but there's so much stuff out there that you can use in place of. The only reason they haven't used it is because how are they going to make more money? It has to be poison, so that they feed you poison, you get sick, you go to the doctor makes money, the pharmaceuticals make money, the government makes money, all the guys who are sponsoring make money. It's all about profits, isn't it? It's profits and greed. And this is where we are getting away. We don't need that. Humanity does not need to be destroyed anymore. Humanity has been destroyed for thousands of years. They've been doing this for stupid reasons, isn't it? Now we have to go and reclaim things back and bring it to a life where humanity is existing at its highest vibrant health. They're talking about mad beds, and they're saying you can literally live 100, 200 years without any problems. Think. That's how it should have been from the beginning, isn't it? In the olden days, way, way, way back, I'm talking about ancient times, they lived for hundreds of years. It wasn't like, and this is not something that is not heard of, right? I mean, it's in the Bible, it's in a lot of scriptures. They tell you so and so lived for so many years, and it was okay. And this is how it should have always been. And if you look, people who live in like mountains, people who live in like places and living a very simple life, or like living with harmony, in harmony with nature, tend to have longer, healthier lives. you know so this is what is needed of us, and this is where we are going to be. Yeah, that's what I used to. I use a lot of baking soda and vinegar. Once in a while, I'll use hydrogen peroxide. You can use that if you. It's great for the combination of hydrogen peroxide and vinegar. Is great for mold and mildew and stuff like that. So if you ever have that, that's a perfect combination to use. Um, I try to stay away from toxic things. I can't, I have not used them in a while, in quite a few years, so it is very hard for me to breathe around those things. And this is what happens when your immune system is strong and you cannot. It's just like, when your body heals and gets to a state of vibrant health, and then you put something poisonous or something toxic in it, it repulses. It makes you throw up, it makes you very, very sick, it makes you feel very sick. This is how I get around like very strong smells or something that has chemicals in it. I can't breathe. My kids can't, they are not exposed to the chemicals either, so we really have a hard time. Like, if somebody wants to spray something, we can't handle it. Perfumes, like, there's a lot of stuff that I stay away from. Excuse me. I use essential oils. I use um, bath salts that are natural, that have natural stuff in it, like essential oils and flower petals and stuff like that. I'll use that kind of stuff. Deodorant, I tend to use. I used to use baking soda, but I prefer lime is better than baking soda. So like cutting half a lime and just rubbing that works wonderfully. Over a week or so, you will see complete difference in your like health itself. There's so many natural things you can do and get away from this stuff. And that's how it was in the olden days. I remember I used to go to my grandma's in India. We used to go to the village, right? And they used to, for brushing, right? They have a tree that you cut the twig out of, and that twig, it actually has nutrients in it. So you chew it and make like a flat head brush, and then after you've chewed it, and the juice of that goes in your mouth, which strengthens your gums and teeth, and then you use that brush to brush and remove all the gunk from the night before or whatever, and then you rinse your mouth out. That was a brush. Or you can oil pull. Like, this is stuff I saw for myself that they used to do. And simple things, like, you don't need fancy toothpaste and fancy things, mouthwash and this and that. Like, this stuff, it's all toxic nonsense. And the fluoride stuff is really bad, guys. That's rat poison. So you do not want to use a toothpaste with fluoride. Stay away from it. And the other thing, you can use salt. Okay, just salt. Brush your teeth with it. Just take a little bit of salt. You can do it with your finger if you don't want to use a brush. It's perfectly fine. Just and then rinse it out. That's all you need. And salt will give you amazing health, just like oil pulling. Because salt, when you have a cough or a cold, you gargle with hot water and salt, isn't it? So these are the things, like simple things that we don't, you know, even think of. And we just look at it and think, okay, yeah, this is only used for this. These are things you can use for, this brushing and cleaning. I sometimes use salt and baking soda to scrub my tub, especially when my kids have gone in there and they tend to use coconut oil. So the dog shampoo I make is coconut oil, a little bit of essential oil, baking soda, and vinegar. Those four ingredients I use for my dog shampoo. So what happens is, when they bathe the dog in the tub, the coconut oil tends to stick on the sides and it gets greasy in there. So what I do is, I take grain salt and baking soda on a scrubbing pad, a scouring pad. I wet it, and then I scrub it all around, and then I wash it with hot water, and it's clean. You don't need to do anything. So this is how it is. It's simple stuff. I use sea salt is okay to use. I use Himalayan pink salt, guys, but either one is fine. Just don't use the iodine stuff. What is it called? Iodized salt. Don't use that stuff. You don't need that. People say you need iodine, so you should use you should use that salt, but you don't need. Your body does not need that. So please stay away from that, because that's not good for you. And my kid just stole my water bottle, it looks like. Oh, hang on a second. I gotta bend down and grab a bottle from the floor. Kids are so sneaky. She came in here, I don't know when she came, but she grabbed it and ran away. Oh, my goodness. So today we went out to dinner. My sister-in-law's birthday, we celebrated. It was last week, so I couldn't do an earlier one. But then I got home and I'm like, okay, I missed one yesterday. So I'm like, I want to jump on and see who I can get a hold of. Maybe I'll just do a quick live. And I want to talk to you guys about nature, connecting, and grow your own food if you can, if you're able to, and spend more time out there. We are so attached to our technology that we are getting away from what is really good for us. And this is done intentionally, because when you're away from nature, away from source, away from the high frequencies, it is easier to program and condition us. So this is what's happening. This is why we need to go back to nature. This is why we need to go back and connect, so that um, we don't go back to the low vibrational state again. Okay, we need to rise and we need to stay high vibrational, and we need to at the same time help others do the same. A lot of our kids, sadly, are attached to this stuff so bad. I know kids who will fight their parents if their phone is taken, their games are not, they're playing games and they're told, okay, put it away. They don't want it. They don't want to leave their tablets for hours. They're like this, they're just playing the games for hours. And it is such a sad state. This is the future of humanity. You understand? These kids are the future of humanity. Where do you think we'll be? What kind of children are we bringing up? This is why nature needs to come back into our lives. So, I've heard of haritaki. I have not, I know it's a natural herb, and I'm getting a confirmation that it's good to take it. So, yes, I do. Okay, so these are the powders that I use. I use lion's mane. I use maca powder. I use spirulina. Um, what is the other one? There's another green one that I use. I use flax seeds. I use chia seeds. I use hemp seeds. What else? I'll put a list of things, but there's a lot of different powerful herbs and spices that you can use for your health and immunity. So I have in my Ayurveda group. I don't know, Amanda, if you're in my Ayurveda group or not, but if you're not, please get on there, because I have a list of things that I've posted in the announcements. You can find all kinds of things that I have recommended, and also there's remedies in there as well. So definitely check that out. Excuse me. And you can always send me if there's something that you're concerned about or not sure. Always send me a private message. Just say, hey, I'm thinking of doing this. What do you think? Yeah, I have never used it myself, but I have heard of it, and like I said, I haven't really researched it. So, but again, I got a confirmation that it is good to take it, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. The other thing that helps you with your awakening is it's right here. What is it called? Hang on. I'm gonna show it to you guys. Almost. Okay, so let me show you this one because it's got a bigger writing on it. You guys see this? It's called Atomic Ormus, and it comes from the earth. It is called liquid gold, okay? And this stuff, it replenishes, restores, and rebalances your DNA and your body. So basically, if you take this and if you put a intention, okay, of what you want to happen, it will happen, guys, because this is connected to Gaia. So this helps you awaken as well. All right, I got this one first, and then I got this one recently. Same thing. Okay. So I have this stuff that I keep in next to my bed. I have all kinds of things. This is the other thing, guys. I use. I've talked about this one before. This is Silver Biotics colloidal silver. Okay, I get this brand, and there's another one that I get as well. Whichever one I can get a hold of, I get. But I always have these, and this I practically take this almost every single day. Um, but it's great to recover from practically anything, colds, infections, ear infection. You can put a couple drops on as well in your ear to get rid of that. Any kind of like if you have like any kind of infection or reaction, all that stuff it works for. So that's great to use as well. Smudging sage. So yes, smudging sage is fine. I have done smudging sage myself. I smudge whenever I feel I need to, but it's also it helps you remove anything that is negative or dark. So definitely do it if you feel you have the need to, in your home or in the surroundings wherever you are. Definitely do it. It is part of, again, coming from nature, right? Yes, it is atomic ormus. Um, you can research it. I got these from Amazon. You can see if your local stores carry it. I'm not 100% sure because of what it is. You might not find it in stores, so if you want to get it, Amazon does carry a few different kind. And what I do is I read reviews, guys. So when you read reviews, you get a better idea of how people have used it and their reaction from it. Okay, so um, it helps cure diseases as well, guys. Okay, remember, when you get something that is coming from nature, right? It is very important to believe that it does what it does. Okay, if you take it and you don't think it's going to work, then it's not going to work. Remember, it's your thought that creates it to do what it does. Okay, and like I said, this thing is actually great if you're waking up and you put an intention. It's going to help you with that. So a lot of people will you know have visions and stuff because of it. It happens. So I'm just letting you know. uh, if you're ready for it, you can definitely get that and use that, and you will get you will get to see stuff in dream state, when probably get messages and stuff like that. So check that out if you guys want. uh what else? Yeah, it's very, very important that we stay connected to nature, guys. Okay, please, we need to get back to that kind of a life. Don't let anything negative, especially uh, mainstream media nonsense, get to you. Please stay away from that crap. Remember, you create your reality. Your reality is what you want. So it is not your reality if you don't want it. Okay, don't make it yours. Hi, Deandre. Welcome, honey. I'm sorry there was no announcement. I did not post in the group earlier because I wasn't sure how the day was gonna turn out. But we had plans with the family today, and then when I got home, I was like, let me just jump on. I'll do a quick um, live, see if I get enough people, and we can just do a healing or whatever. So that's why I'm here. Vanessa, I'm sorry, sweetheart. What are you talking about? Are you talking about nature? Yeah, that's exactly what it was. We had dinner. My sister-in-law, her birthday was last week, so we got together and went out to dinner. So understand. We try to make the most of family as much as we can, right? You find the time, um, to spend with them. So anyway, anything else, guys? you want to talk about, please, please, please watch the movie I have posted in the group. It's called Aluna, and it is the truth. Okay, that is it will show you, and it will teach you and make you understand why we are so connected to nature and why we need to go back to that, and also the truth of what it is that needs to happen. Oh, that's awesome, Amanda. I'm glad to hear that. Please share the testimonies in the group, okay? Because this way others will, see it and join in the lives. This way I can help more people. Also spread the videos out to everyone, everyone you can. There are many people out there suffering, and many people going through some really terrible times right now because there's so much fear-based nonsense, and also the people who are doing stuff like taking the V, for the C, which they shouldn't, but they're not listening. There are people who are being brainwashed to think it's the best thing to do. Some are just doing it because for the heck of it, so that they don't have to worry about not being able to go places. I mean, it's all kinds of stupid little reasons. So please, spread them so that other people can heal and get rid of this, and maybe even awaken and get on the same page. What is chakra? What is it, like a video? What is it? Yes, Vanessa, I know, honey. You're already in the integration state. That's why you're seeing things. You're halfway there. Yeah. hmm This is why, but again, the atomic hormones is not just for that. It's also for healing your body. It also brings you to a high vibrational state of um health. So it's good to take that. If you're talking about chakra meditations, Amanda, yes, there is quite a few on YouTube that you can listen to that are good. Guided meditations are great if that's what you're. Yeah, so the chakra is actually is what our body is, right? It's each one is assigned a part of a body or function, I should say, and when they're at their highest health, uh, they work to create a rainbow. That's what we are. Uh, we are a rainbow, and our chakras, when combined, create a rainbow around us. Okay, and this rainbow is um, what we are. We are rainbows. I told you this, guys, a long time ago in one of my videos, or a couple videos. I told you guys that we are rainbows. And if you hear, there's a lot of people talking about the rainbow people, isn't it? The rainbow people are going to come. Indigenous people have spoken of this, and they've said there'll be a time when the rainbow people will come to Earth and they will heal the planet. Okay? We are here, guys. It is time. And we have to, as a collective, make this happen. It is very important that we don't lose track of what we have achieved, that we stay steadfast, knowing that we have raised the vibrations and consciousness to the fifth dimension, because that is where we are. Yes, I know we are living in two dimensions sometimes because of all the stuff going on, and because we have to still ascend the rest of the collective, isn't it? So, see, animals, nature don't need this. They're already high vibrational, guys. Okay? They ascend with Gaia. It is humanity that needs to wake up and understand they're sovereign. They don't need medications. They don't need vaccinations. They don't need leaders. They don't need nobody to tell them how to live their lives. They are their own leaders. They are powerful. You don't need nobody to tell you how to live your life. What is this? We have for the longest time, and I've been there myself, guys. I am not judging anyone, but when I know this, I'm trying to explain to you guys that there is no need for anyone, anyone to control anyone. You live your life the way you want. Who needs to tell us anything? What you should eat, how you should dress, where you should go, how you should behave, you know, how you should spend your own money, what you should do for work, all this stuff, how you should get educated. If you can, like, look at the restrictions right now. So stupid, so damn stupid. First they go 6 feet apart, now it's 3 feet apart. The newest stupid thing I somebody showed me. I don't watch news, but I get these things that I get sent. New thing was, oh, you can travel within the US if you're vaccinated. Okay? If you're vaccinated, you can travel within the US as long as you're still wearing a mask. The mask should go away, right? If the freaking vaccinations worked, what is the reason for the mask? No one needs to take the V. Please do not take it. Okay? It has the virus in it. Do not take it, please. I have people who are getting sick from it. All kinds of reaction, all kinds of emergencies there in hospital. Is just stay away from it. But look at the stupidity. First 6 feet apart. All of a sudden now the virus has shrunk to only 3 feet. Even after getting vaccinated, you still need to wear a mask. Take precautions. For what reason? If it really worked, why would you need it? It's bloody common sense, and we are intelligent human beings. It is literally control, guys. It is completely control, control, control. There is nothing they want other than to be able to continue to control humanity so that everything that happens is benefiting them. Who are these people that we have chosen as our leaders? We are the ones who we voted them into power. We can bring them down. Why are they still there? Posted in the group a rally they're going to have here in Massachusetts very soon. This needs to happen in every state. Please, look at the 4 words. If you can, in your community, gather enough people. Take to the streets with these 4 words. It's important that we stand up. Because we are here, and if we do this, our children will have a future. Or they'll be living a horrible life that's controlled by others. So please, guys, it's so important. We have to do this together. It's funny, I talk to people and they're like, oh, but one person can't make a difference. And I'm like, one person can move mountains. If you want to, every one person can change. And if every one person thought that they could make a difference We come together as a tribe, a clan, and that is called power in numbers. This is what everyone needs to understand. And the thing with this is that group that I'm part of, that I posted about, it is a new group they putting together so that we can fight against the rules and laws in our state here that they're trying to mandate. What I have noticed is 78% of that group is mothers fighting for their children. There are only 20 somewhat number of men in that group. It is really, really sad that the men are not stepping up. Because these are not just the women's children, isn't it? It's also the man's responsibility to step up and say, enough, it's not going to happen to my children and their future. Because you know what? You're seeing your children growing up right now, but you're not seeing your grandchildren that are going to come in the future and their children. Humanity is not going to stop existing, guys. We are not being destroyed by anyone. We do the destruction ourselves. Either we take responsibility or we live a zombie life. Because that's where we're going. A child who is spending so many hours sitting in front of technology, I don't care how intelligent that child is going to end up being a zombie down the road. Because it's an addiction that they're growing up with. It is very hard to get these children away from it. And I work in the technology industry. Trust me, they come into my store and I have to tell them how to behave. Because sometimes parents will not have the guts to tell their child. And that's really sad. But it's gotten to that. Yes, we have to stand up for those who don't have a voice. When one cat becomes a lion and another cat sees that it's okay to be a lion, that cat will follow, isn't it? It is literally that. Somebody showing the courage to stand up. It teaches someone else to stand up also. If you're going to do it, I will do it with you. And in numbers is power. In numbers is strength. And this is how it's done. And it's funny because I have met people who are scared to be confronted. I am like that. I hate confrontations. I'd rather avoid a fight if I could, right? But I've come to realize that because we are trying to avoid fights, we are making compromises. And we are saying, okay, you know what? I'd rather just wear a mask and go in the place and come out and be done with it. Don't want to deal with this, don't want to deal with that. But at the end of the day, what did we do? We complied. And when we comply, they know we will do what they ask. And they can force it on us. So what the heck? You might as well fight the fight, isn't it? So what I would do is I'll research the laws and I would use, like in Massachusetts, it's illegal to ask someone for a medical record or, if you have an exemption. You cannot ask. You can, if you were to tell someone, I have a medical exemption, they cannot ask you to show proof. Right? So if you go somewhere and you say I have a medical exemption, they don't have a right to ask you anything. So do research. What are the rules and laws in your state? The more of us stand up, the more of us refuse the mask. Imagine how pathetic this is. The entire world is being put behind a mask, right? A mask that hides you. It completely hides who you are. You cannot tell. You know how many times a customer walks into my store and I have to say, can you move your face, the mask from your face so I know who you are? Because they come in, they go, oh, Petal, it's you. And I'm like, yeah, well, it's me, but who the heck are you? I don't remember, I don't know who you are. I can't see your face. Because as soon as you cover this, all you see is eyes. How the heck are you going to know who it is? So this is what needs to go. Plus, when somebody kidnaps your child, who are you going to go after? Are you going to know who the heck is behind that mask? Human trafficking, guys. Isn't that what we have fought all of last year? Cleaning the swamp. We're still cleaning the swamp. It's going to probably take a while before it's completely clean. But that's what we're trying to fight here, isn't it? Human trafficking. The biggest crime against humanity. And it has happened for such a long time. And here are more crimes that have been done against humanity. And they're continuing to do this because our rights do not allow them to infringe upon our sovereignty. But we, living in fear, allow it. Because, when they say, do you understand? And we say, yes, we consent. And the word understand, like I told you guys, do you stand under me? And you say, yes, I do. You just consented that you are beneath them and you're giving them permission to treat you the way they want. So when you hear somebody say that, okay, this is the language, this is the English language and the power of words. When they say, do you understand? You say, no, I do not consent. Because that is common law. They're not allowed to infringe upon your sovereignty. Nobody can. And nobody should. So, please remember that. Alright, let's see what we got here. You guys have been writing stuff. Hi Martin, hi Sheila, guys, welcome. Oh my goodness. I'm like going all the way up here. Yeah. Vanessa, I'm glad. I do want you to continue doing those healings, guys. Remember what I said. Nobody needs to hear or see the healing, okay? They don't want to, they're not going to hear it or they're going to not watch it. You put it on mute and play the thing around them, all right? You will see the people change. You will see the mindset change. You will see the energy in the place where you are, the home, the work, wherever you are is going to change, all right? Because the energy, this healings work. Nobody needs to hear it. Nobody needs to see it. Nobody needs to know it's playing. It will do its thing. Just put it on mute and let it play. All right? Play it on repeat as many times as needed. Do it. Because there are people out there who don't believe in this stuff, right? They don't understand it. They have been conditioned and doctrined through religions. And when you are in that state, you don't know anything different. And you're not ready to change or believe something else. And we are getting away from it. We're getting away from religion, guys. Those are created for fear, control, power, greed, manipulation. They're businesses that keep you in fear. Okay? Your creator did not want that. Your creator has never wanted that. Your creator is your mother and your father. What mother and father wants to watch their creation, their children, suffering? And if these gods were those gods, why would they allow it? Wouldn't they strike somebody dead? Huh? It's a division. It's the it is a war of the gods. It's a competition, guys. You get it? Your God is bigger than mine. Let's have a war. If my religion is a real religion, yours is fake. You believe in this, you believe in that. You're a sinner. If you don't believe in this God, you're going to hell. Huh? What gods are these? That's what we're getting away from. There is a creator. She is a mother. Okay? It is the only thing that you need to focus on. There is no one else. And your creator mother has felt and known your trauma because this war was against her. This is why the family has been bashed and bashed, suppressed and suffocated, okay, raped, you name it, everything has been done to it, every level of creation. This is what we are changing. This is where we are going away from. This is why the feminine is rising. This is why we are going to see leaders in the future who are feminine. We'll see communities that are run by the feminine. It'll change the way things happen on this earth. It will change the way man see the feminine. It's huge. When you see the way feminine was created, the masculine was created. The masculine was created for protecting the feminine. What occurred is the opposite. That will change. It was inverted. It's going to be brought back to the way it's supposed to be. Alright guys, let's see here. Yes, if you continuously be out there, if you are continuously speaking, you will see. In the beginning there might not be as many people, but with time it'll grow. People will listen. They will see there is truth. They'll also see that, you're not the only one. The others who believe, the others see it a different way. It is so funny. We went out to dinner tonight, right? I've been to different restaurants. All throughout this lockdown, everything, we have done stuff. We did not sit at home. I made sure we were always socializing. We had parties at the house. We went to places. We even went on vacation locally. We did everything, okay? Because none of us, my family, the entire thing, it's a bloody hoax. But anyway, regardless, today I go there to the restaurant. First restaurant I saw where there was no 6 feet apart tables. Okay? I was like, yes, this is awesome. There was so much chatter in the restaurant that there was music playing and people were like talking on top of the music. And I loved it. It was like finally being in a normal environment where, people are not like, okay, there's one table over there and then there's one like so far away and you cannot combine tables because, oh yeah, more than 6 people cannot sit on a table. We were 7 of us. And we had an awesome 2 tables put together. It was great. I was like, yes, this is what's needed. Everything needs to go back to normal, guys. What the heck? They're destroying our livelihood. They're destroying everything so that they can continue filling their pockets. and they want to turn humanity, partial heart artificial intelligence. We're not gonna let that happen, right? We're gonna fight this nonsense. Exactly. They've turned man weak through the use of alcohol, drugs, pornography, all the things that can take your man away from you, they've done. So that the woman is always unprotected. The woman is always lacking the male in her life. In some way or the other, you get separated, families get broken, children lose parents, divorce is happening, there's broken families, all this stuff they create so that it's easy to take the kids away and human traffic them. So it is easier to lead the man astray, so that women are left alone. The whole is just a bloody mess that was created. This is what we have to get away from. That's awesome, Elisa. I'm so glad. It is great to feel powerful, isn't it? It is great to know that you can speak up, that you don't have to fear no one, because who's bigger than who? There's nobody bigger than nobody. Everybody's the same. You cannot determine someone being superior or inferior because of status, money. All the stuff is just that. It's materialistic bullshit. You know and nobody controls nobody, and you should never be controlled. You're powerful just the way you are. Nobody gets to decide, you know, how you should be treated. It's good to speak up. Definitely is. All right, guys. I think I have a whole number of you here already now. Um, any other things you guys want to talk about before I get started with the healing? All right, I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes. If you need to get a bathroom break or get water or whatever, go ahead and do that, and we'll get started. I'm going to anybody doing this for the first time, just know it'll take between 10 and 15 minutes. Lay down if you can. If you can't lay down, you can sit comfortably. Okay. Um, During the healing, if you get, there's no, see, this is the thing. So I have been um, talking about it, but you have to understand there's no timeline beyond the veil. So I know people are throwing dates out there. I don't want people to follow these dates, because when you throw dates out, people are expecting it to happen, but things get pushed. The reason for the push is this. So for instance, they've been clearing the tunnels underground, right? And they thought, okay, they got most of it, right? Come to find out, there was, I think it was under the Congress building or somewhere, or the White House, I'm not 100% sure. They found out there was more tunnels, guys. Okay? They had to go under there, and they had to clear and rescue children, and they had to do all this stuff. Now, see, what happens is, every time they're trying to do something, there's something coming up that they're having to fight or clear or take care of. This throws off the timelines. This is why I don't want you to focus on dates. Yes, everyone says it's going to happen, and it's coming, it's happening, it's going to happen, but there's so many things, that take twists and turns, and because of it, something gets pushed. So the last I heard was that, and then the new thing that just happened with uh, the Suez Canal, the ship in the Suez Canal, I forget, Evergreen, right? So this stupid shit stuff that not expected, but it takes things happen and it takes a turn. Something totally different happens and then it gets pushed. So this is what's happened, right? what I'm getting is that they're going to get introduced, but there's going to also be, because not everybody has gotten to the same level of high vibrational state. We're not all awake. Like, there's a lot of beings that are not awake. The mad bats are fifth dimensional. So those who are fifth dimensional already will probably be able to connect and see and be able to use. There'll be others who will not be able to even get near them. Do you see what I'm saying? Because the level of consciousness you need to use one of those, you have to be there. You cannot be third dimensional and low vibrational and then have to go in and be able to connect, because it is literally consciousness, guys. The healing is like what I do to you guys, like frequency based healing, right? So this is what this is. And it is, the way they're designed is, you lay in the bed and it scans you and it sees what it is that you need fixed, and then the frequency will then work on you to fix it. This is how it works. So there is no medication, there is no doctors, there is no need. I mean, a lot of this is going to go away, right? So this is what all this is. So for things to happen, humanity has to come together and get to that level. This is why we have to take to the streets. This is why we have to rally. This is why we have to fight these guys and get rid of leaders, get rid of a lot of mandates and all this stuff that they're trying to put in place. We have to get rid of it. We have to get to that level of consciousness. We have to get others to see the truth and get them where we are, so that this can happen. Because it can't just, picture this, they go to a hospital and say, here, put this. Who's, there's so many out there still, right, who are brainwashed, who don't believe in any of this, who think this is theories that are not real, and this is all BS, right? They're not going to want this. Plus those who are still trying to fill their pockets, they're not going to want this, right? So there's so much that has to happen for all of it to align. And this is why there's no timeline. I don't want you guys to focus on any particular date, or like people are predicting this, that. Don't sat with that in your head, because this is not where our focus should be. Yeah, Vanessa, I will do that. This is, it's just a matter of, yes, and they're real. You know that they're real, Amanda, because they've shown them in films, okay? And those are real. Like, this is not made up nonsense. This is the thing. They have been showing us in movies the truth, and people have taken it as science fiction. Somebody wrote a story, you know. This is how people take it. They don't realize that you're being shown the truth that we are not allowed to touch. But it's there for us to use. But the dark forces and this very greedy elites have kept it for themselves. They literally have. The military have used that. You understand? They've used this technology for years. And when they tried to do it in when JFK was alive, when they tried to do it, then you he was assassinated. And then again they tried 9/11. They brought down the twin towers. This is stuff that they have tried to stop from happening. They don't want us to have that, because then they have no control over anything. And this is why every time this was being done, you know, they interfered and caused problems. This time is different because people are being woken up to see the truth. It's not about, okay, we're gonna fight a war and we're gonna win this. It's not like that. Excuse me. It's making people aware that they are bigger than who this is. This just is the body that we are thinking we are. It's not that. We are bigger than that. We are more powerful than that, and we need to take our sovereignty back. We need to take our power back. We need to take our rights back. Nobody needs to control us. Nobody needs to tell us anything. We don't need leaders. We don't need governments. We need to create communities where we are leading these communities in a safe, healthy, and tranquil and peaceful way. This is what we are going to, right? So this is where we are going. This is why people are going to take to streets. This year is the year of change. 2021, guys, adds up to 5, right? The year of change. So this year we're going to see a lot of change. And you can already see around the world there are many doing peace rallies, okay, refusing masks, refusing vaccinations, refusing all the things that are being forced on humanity. These are crimes against humanity. There are lawsuits being filed against all these leaders and the governments. This is what needs to happen. So they understand, these leaders that we picked, understand that they cannot just stay in power and do the wrong thing. We will bring them down and expose what they're doing. This is what's happening. And this is what needs to happen. Alright, guys. Okay, so a few more minutes, okay, since I got started talking again. Please include all your family members, your pets, anyone and everyone who is affecting your lives. Please include them in the healing, okay? And also, if you get triggered through the healing, hi Brenda, I'm just going to get started in a couple minutes, so get ready, okay? If you get triggered through the healing, please flow with it. If you hear me crying, it is part of integration and healing. Okay, we are releasing our trauma, we are releasing our sadness, whatever we have carried as a baggage from this life, past lives, we try to clear with these healings. Okay, also align your chakras. I align everything so that I can awaken you to the truth and to your true selves. All right. Hi, honey, how are you? It's good to see you on here. Um, when I am done, guys, I'll let you know that I'm done. Okay. If you have questions, feel free to ask. If you want to share your experience, feel free to do that as well. And please share the videos. Share the videos. Use them for anyone and everyone. It helps heal. It also helps you awaken. It helps wake others up. It helps clear spaces. It helps create a harmony, okay, and balance. This is what it's designed to do. They are remote healings, guys, so it works with anyone and everyone. So it doesn't matter if you do it right now, you do it 10 days later, you do it whenever it's gonna work, okay? So please make use of them. They're free. I don't charge nothing for it. So please spread them and let others be able to use them as well and benefit from them. Okay? Guys, let me know when you're ready and I will get started. Alright, guys, and flow with whatever happens, okay? It has been quite calm lately, so it's good. Sometimes it comes during the day, sometimes in the evening. So I'm grounding pretty well too, so it helps. Alright, guys, I'm gonna get started. Just relax, breathe in, hold to count of 4, breathe in with your nose, release with your mouth, okay? To count of 4. Here goes. I fill you all with my love and light, releasing everything within you that does not serve you and the highest good of all. I fill you with my love and light, releasing you from the matrix and the trauma, releasing your fears, sadness, sorrow, pain, misery, anguish, anger, frustration, jealousy, hatred, everything that is controlled by power, greed, evil, darkness, guilt, shame, loneliness, and remorse. I release it all to my light. Release all entities, energies, beings, attachments, artificial intelligence, reptilians, draconic beings, and archons. I release them all to my light. And I fill you with my love and light. Filling your cells, your organs, your body, soul, and reincarnations from beginning of time till the end. Bringing everything into vibrant health and balance. I really align all your chakras. Awakening your heart, your throat, your chakras, your third eye, and your crown. Awaken, it is time for you to see the truth, to know, understand, speak, spread the truth, love, and light. I surround you and shield you with my love and light, creating a shield of golden light that cannot be penetrated by anything or anyone, protecting you from everything. Explode my light everywhere. God. Really everything. All the kingdoms. All the dimensions. I fill you and bless you with vibrant health and abundance of all good things. I fill you with love and light, joy and happiness, bliss and tranquility, harmony and peace, unity and freedom and sovereignty. And it is done. Alright guys, it just finished. If you are laying down, please don't get up too fast, just in case you get lightheaded, okay? Alina, if you just joined, honey, do a replay of it, okay? And watch it from the beginning. You're welcome, Amanda. Welcome, Sheila. You're welcome, Lisa. Lisa, we heal your mother, okay? You're welcome. Keep me posted. Let me know how she's doing, alright? Yep, that's okay. Amanda, it's alright. That happens sometimes. Tell me this. So, were you when you get when you do Kundalini awakening sometimes, and you have your hand on your head, and if that energy or frequency passes through your hand, it will make your hand twitch. Were you holding your hand at all? It could also be that you just your the energy was passing through your hands, so that can happen as well. So it's all part of the healing. It's natural, okay? There's nothing wrong with it. It's just being worked on. That's all. Always include everyone, guys. Okay, Brenda, that's perfect. Always include everyone in the healing. All your family members. Just think of them. Before you start, just put the intention that they all get healed, right? So that um, because that's what happens, you include everyone, and we heal everyone. It helps everyone be harmonious and get along and keep everyone healthy, right? All right, guys, it's almost midnight here. We're going like 20 minutes. Oh my goodness. It's the weekend, so I'm not too worried. Don't forget, share the videos, guys. Also, Don't forget to do affirmations and the announcements in our group. Don't forget to shield yourselves, golden light only. Please don't forget. I have a picture of it in the group. I also put it on the live healing announcements. Usually I have that picture there too, so you can have a good visualization. We just visualize everything like that: your house, your car, your surroundings, your family members, yourself. Okay, everything. Whoa, what? That's funny, Brenda. What the? Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. um, what else was I gonna say? I lost it. Yeah, every place you go, say I fill this space with love and light from source, and so it is. Okay. You're funny. Hi guys. If everyone is good, I'm gonna call it a night. If you guys have any questions or anything before I go, please type now. Good night, Alyssa. Please, guys, join any rallies, anything, any marches that they're doing against what's going on in your areas. Please, please do that. Okay, it is very important that we do this in numbers so that we can achieve what we need to achieve. All right. So please do research. Go on Facebook and find the groups that you need to join, and please join the rallies so that we can do this as a collective all around the world. Okay. Good night, Amanda. Thank you, Brenda. Yes, that's is great. When I see these other countries doing what they're doing, and I see that in the US we don't have that much happening, I feel sad about it because I'll tell you why. This is the country that the entire world looks up to. Okay, this is the world power, and this is the country that they've tried to shake from its core and to bring it to its knees. Guys, people are not understanding how bad this is. Okay, they're trying to destroy this country that is the world power, and this is the country where the most brainwashed and programmed people exist. This is why there aren't many rallies. They're doing it in a few states, but there are many states. There is nothing. You just see people with masks. People don't care to fight for their rights. They're not seeing what is being done and these crimes that are being committed against humanity. They're not seeing it. And it is truly sad because if this country fails and falls, the entire world is going to be a mess. They don't understand this. The entire world was watching the US, and it still is. And we are not setting a good example, are we? We are not setting a good example. So, this is why it's so important for us to rise and to take back our sovereignty, because what happens here determines what happens in the rest of the world. Everyone looks to us for, everything, practically everything. And if we fail It's like we're failing everyone, everywhere. Yeah, they do. Hmm. They do. And I hope that, people are going to come together here and start. I'm seeing a huge movement happening here in Massachusetts, where I am, where they are trying to put groups together. They're trying to be out there, and you know, uh, there's leaders who are trying to mandate things. They're trying to fight against them, and stop it from happening. So, all right, guys. Um, I'll probably try and do another live sometime tomorrow. Probably be early part of the day. I'll try and do in the early part of the afternoon, maybe later part, depends. So until tomorrow, guys, sending you tons and tons of love and light. All right, take care. If whatever part of the day you are, have a great time, and I'll see you guys at some time tomorrow. Okay, love you guys. Kisses until I see you again. Take care.